welcome back to my channel and a new video. So for today's video, I thought I would be talking about some of the worst books I read this year. Actually, it's not too many, which is a good thing. I mean, I've actually really enjoyed the books I've read this year, so I don't have many. I think I have 5 books here because I couldn't literally find anything else that I wanted to talk about. So I have 5 books here that for some reason I didn't enjoy, and I'm quite excited to talk to you guys about them and tell you why they are the worst books I've read this year. So yeah, I'm excited, so let's just get into it. The first book I want to talk about is After by Anne Todd. So like, I know I actually have a reading vlog on this, so if you search on that on my channel, you can find that if you're interested. I did have a lot of fun reading this. If you have seen that video, I have a lot of tabs. It was definitely like a fun video to do, a fun read. I had a lot of fun. It was a great time, but overall I would say I didn't enjoy the book. Their relationship is very toxic. The entire book, the entire plot for me was Hardin and Tessa fighting, getting back together, fighting, getting back together, fighting, getting back together, all throughout the book. And this is just the first one. I haven't read the other ones. Maybe I should give them a try just for fun. Why not? But overall, I didn't enjoy this book. I know it's very popular. I've seen all the movies as well, and I would say it's a good book if you're looking for something easy, fun. Maybe you're gonna reading something, you need something light. I would definitely recommend it. Or if you're kind of like that kind of toxic smutty thing, I don't really know, but definitely if you're looking for that, I would definitely recommend it because it's very, very easy. It is quite a big book, but it's very easy to get through. The language is very informal and all that stuff. So yeah, but overall I would say this is not a good book. This was not a good read for me. Throughout this entire book I was thinking, what am I reading? What is this? But yeah, I know there's a whole series out there. Don't know if I will give them a shot. We'll see. But I thought this one would place on this list of worst books I've read this year. Unfortunately, it was just not for me, I think. The next book I want to talk about is A Girl in the Walls by A.J. Gnus. So I bought this. It was basically just a cover buy, and like the title just sounded really creepy and interesting. And when I got it, I was like in love with the cover. And then I read it and I got quite disappointed. It wasn't like a really bad book. I think I just had very high expectations and it turned out to be something completely different. So in this book we follow a family, and the family is one mother, one father, and then they are 2 sons. And the 2 sons are starting to notice something in their house. They start to notice voices and noises in the night, and things go missing that they hadn't touched, or food goes missing that they hadn't eaten, and they kind of know something is up. Someone is in the house. They think it's a bad spirit, but it turns out it's actually just a little girl that's really alone, and she used to live in this house with her parents, but her parents are now gone, and she has been hiding in the attic. So originally I thought this was going to be like a fantasy ghost story thing, but it turns out it wasn't. I did think it was quite a wholesome and, you know, kind of sad, beautiful book in a way, but I was really disappointed because I thought it was quite boring. I really wanted the whole ghost element thing, which I unfortunately didn't get. But love the cover, and I love the story of it, you know, just like she doesn't exist, she can't exist. The whole idea of it I just love, but once I read it, I just wasn't into it at all, unfortunately. The next book I want to talk about is Credence by Penelope Douglas. I know, I'm so sorry, I love Penelope Douglas, but this book, I think it's just what you're after. You know, if you are looking for an easy, fun, getting out of a reading slump, smutty book, like this is awesome for that. But overall, I didn't think it was a great book. In here we follow Tiernan, who just lost her parents, and she is a few months away from turning 18, so she's technically a child, so she can't live on her own yet. So she gets to live with her uncle and his 2 sons that are technically her cousins, but they're really not because they're not blood related, just like her step uncle. So she gets to live with them, and they live like in the middle of nowhere, having their own company fixing motorcycles, I think. And you know, this girl Tiernan is really, you know, obsessed. She's really lost after losing her parents. She doesn't really know what to do with her life, and I think she kind of finds comfort and trust in something that she shouldn't. So basically what this book is that all of these 3 men that she's living with kind of find an interest in her, and she kind of finds an interest in them. And it's really weird. I know you have to like separate like reality from fiction, and even though I can't do that, I just thought it was really messed up, really weird, really disturbing if you really think about it. And I just didn't think it was a great book. But as I said, if you are looking for something really easy, fast, smudge scenes, then this is definitely a book for you. Like, it was really easy and fun in that way, but overall not a great book. The storyline, everything, it just no. Next book I want to talk about is Salem's Lot by Stephen King. I'm so sad to see this on this list, but unfortunately it didn't really sit with me. I've heard that this is a Dracula retelling, which is awesome. I love vampires. Haven't read Dracula yet. I can imagine, since it's a classic, it's kind of like slow and boring, but it is the start of the whole vampire thing, which I love. You know, it's awesome. But this was really boring for me. I just wanted it to end. I kind of didn't really find an interest at all throughout this book. You follow basically this like small town, Salem's Lot, that has this old house that no one has lived in until this guy comes to live there, and weird things starts to happening. People are getting sick, people are getting really ill, and they can't explain why. They all of a sudden are very pale, they can't eat regular food, they just sleep all day and wake up all night, they have bite marks here, and no one knows what's going on. So I love the idea of it, since I love vampires. Like, I've watched everything vampire. It's my thing. So I'm really sad that I didn't love it as much as I would want to, but it was just really boring, slow paced. I couldn't get through it. I was just really ready for it to be over, honestly, all the time, unfortunately. So that sucks, but I love the idea of it. If you love Dracula, you will probably love this. It just didn't really work for me, unfortunately. Maybe another time, maybe I just wasn't really in the mood for it when I read it, so might be that as well. The last book I'm going to talk about is Verity by Colin Hoover. I know I didn't think I would have a Colin Hoover book on here, but I actually just read this, and wow. So this is a romantic thriller, and we follow Luane, who is working as an author. She's trying to become an author, and she gets this really cool opportunity to finish a series that is very famous because the author of that famous series is badly injured and she can't finish it because she's paralyzed and she can't finish it. So the husband of this famous author, the famous author is Verity, and her husband Jeremy invites Luane to finish her series so it can be published and finished, which for me is really weird. You know, your wife has just been in an accident and then you hire someone to finish. I don't know, it's just a little bit weird, in my opinion. But so Luane moves in with these people and gets to work in Verity's office trying to finish this series, and she soon discovers a whole lot of secrets that Verity has hidden, and a lot of disturbing stuff has been going on and is going on. And you soon notice that Verity, is she really sick? Is she really injured? What the heck is going on? Jeremy and Verity also had 2 girls that are dead. How did they die, really? Kind of figure out. Just really messed up, really disturbing in my opinion. I get that it's a romantic thriller. It definitely lives up to that name. It was really creepy. I was really, really scared. It had a lot of creepy moments with Verity, and for that reason it was good, I guess. But I thought it was really disturbing. I can't tell you too much because I don't want to spoil anything. But the ending... So I was reading this, right? And I was just like, disturbing things happening all over. And I'm like, okay, I'm fine with this. But then this one thing happened in the end. And I was like, no. I'm done. I can't. So, no. It wasn't a good story in my opinion. Definitely a good thriller if you want to be scared and stuff. But overall, what the heck was this book? I'm sorry. I just thought it was really weird and disturbing and messed up. But yeah, that was it. These are the books that I thought was the worst that I read this year, unfortunately. But I think I'm glad that I didn't have more than 5 books. I think it's a pretty small stack, which I'm happy with. So yeah. But yeah, that was it for this video. If you have read any of these books, please let me know what you think. If you agree with me or if you disagree with me, please just let me know your thoughts. But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys in one of my next videos. Bye.